Imagine if I told you that the second a man feels a real spark for you, he won't just go crazy for you right away. Instead, he is going to check you out first. This isn't about being mean or wasting your time. He wants to find out if you are a person he can truly lean on, look up to, and stay with for a long time. The strange thing is that these checks are almost never obvious. They happen in tiny, normal moments that show who you really are deep down. The way you act in these specific times tells him every single thing he needs to know about your heart. If you have ever sat there wondering why a guy suddenly stops talking, goes silent, or pushes back on you out of nowhere, it isn't a mistake. It is something he is doing for a reason. Today, I'm going to explain exactly what these moments are, why guys use them, and the way to handle every one of them with total ease. By the way, if you have ever felt lost because a man acts interested one day and cold the next, you should listen until the very end. The final check I will talk about is the one men use right before they decide if you are the person they want to marry. Have you ever been chatting with a guy and everything seems perfect, but then he suddenly pulls away, acts far off, or says something that feels a bit off base? You didn't mess up, but in that second, it feels like he is looking at you in a new way. It is almost like he is sitting back and waiting to see your next move. Here is what a lot of women miss. When a man is truly into you, he doesn't just feel a pull toward you. He also wants to see what you are made of. This isn't some mean trick or a planned-out scheme, but it's a quiet inner feeling he has. In his mind, he wants to know, can she stay calm under stress? Will she blow up? Can I trust her with my secret thoughts? You aren't being checked to make you lose, but to show that you are the kind of person who won't break, lie, or give up when life gets tough. These moments don't just happen by luck. They have a goal, and they give him a clear look at your real self. So, if you have ever felt confused when a man suddenly changed his tone, took longer to text back, or said something that made you doubt yourself, you were right. You were being tested. And tonight, we are going to look at every quiet check and every tiny move to show you exactly how to get through them without losing your cool, begging for him, or acting like someone you aren't. By the time we finish, you will see the world of dating in a way most women never do. And once you understand it, you can't forget it. So, why do guys even do this in the first place? The truth is something most people don't tell you. Men don't do this to be hurtful. They do it because they want to be sure. Most of the time, it isn't even a plan they made, but it is still happening. When a man starts to really care about a woman, when he sees her as more than just a girl he's seeing for a week, the risk to his heart gets much bigger. The stakes go up, his walls start to rise, and his gut feelings take over. Strong energy is built to stay safe, especially when feelings are involved. For a man to let someone in and really give his heart to a woman for the long haul, his brain needs to feel safe, and his heart needs to feel steady. So how does he find out if you are the real deal? A woman who can bring peace, balance, and a safe space into his life. He watches. He tries small things, not to fool you, but to see if your actions show what is under the surface. He might poke fun at you a bit, not to be a jerk, but to see if you like yourself or if you get angry fast. He might step back for a bit, not because he is leaving for good, but to see how you act when he isn't right there. Do you get scared and start chasing him, or do you stay where you are with pride? It isn't about games. It's about the way you handle your feelings. Men who have grown up emotionally don't just look for a spark. They look for how you act over time. They want to know if you are still nice when you aren't sure of things, still kind when you are let down, and still calm when you don't get what you want. Because for a man who is serious about a real bond, these tiny moments show him your true inner power. Some women fail these checks without even knowing they were being looked at. They think he just stopped liking them. They believe they should work harder, send more messages, or try to fix the problem. But that is the mistake, and it usually makes things worse. The woman who gets through this doesn't run after him, doesn't put on an act, and doesn't let the unknown scare her. She stays firm in her own value, and that is what changes everything in his eyes. Men are looking for a mix. They want to feel drawn to a woman and feel safe with her at the same time. That is hard to find. Many women have the spark but no balance. Others are easy to be around but have no fire. But the women who really pop out are the ones who can do both. Here is the main point. Men test because they want to feel okay about the relationship. They need to see that when life gets hard or when feelings are moving fast, you won't become angry, needy, or fake. They want to know you are exactly who you say you are. That kind of woman, the one who is strong but still kind and soft, is someone a man can never forget. If you are paying attention, there is a good chance you are already becoming that woman. Now that you know why men do this, let's see how it looks in the real world. You have probably already dealt with these silent moments without even knowing it. The first one is the small step back. It usually happens at the start, maybe after a great night out or a few days of lots of texting. Then all of a sudden, his messages slow down. He isn't as fast to reply. He might even go a day or two without saying a word. Right away, your mind starts to spin. Did I say something bad? Is he bored of me? Should I text him again? What you might not know is that this time isn't always a sign he is leaving. Often, he is just watching to see how you act when you don't know what's happening. Do you start to panic and try to fix it? Or can you give him that space and stay cool? This isn't about being mean. It's about showing that your worth isn't based on him texting you every minute. Women who know they are worth a lot don't fall apart when things go quiet. They stay calm and keep their own peace. The second quiet check is light pressure. He will say something that goes against what you think or what you like. He isn't trying to hurt your feelings, but he wants to see if you will change your mind just to make him happy. He might say, "You don't like that movie? That's kind of weird." Or he might joke about your job or your dreams. On the outside, it seems like nothing, but there is a reason for it. He wants to know if you will stand your ground or if you will hide the real you just to get along. A woman who changes herself to get a guy to like her might think she is helping, but he sees it and it doesn't make him like her more. The best way to handle it isn't to get mad or go quiet. It is to stay calm, smile, and say, "Yep, I don't like that movie, but I'm still fun to be around." That tells him you know who you are and you aren't trying to prove anything. The third check is emotional prodding. At some point, he will do something that hurts a little. Maybe he takes a long time to answer after you said something deep. Maybe he breaks a plan at the last minute. It doesn't always mean he is a bad guy, but it does create a moment where you feel some pain. And again, he is watching. How do you handle being let down? Do you go crazy, blame him, or start a fight? Or do you see it, stay steady, and keep your pride? These tiny moments are where he sees if you are mature. Most men don't even know they are doing this, but they always remember how you acted. Women who pass aren't perfect. They are just real when things get tough. And that is why they stand out. Not because they never mess up, but because they are strong and kind at the same time. So the next time a guy goes quiet or says something that bothers you, remember it might not be the end. It might be a quiet check, and the way you act will decide what happens next. Here is the part that people don't talk about much. It isn't the check itself that matters most. It is your answer to it. That action tells him everything he needs to know, sometimes without you saying a word. When a man starts to feel something real, when he is thinking about letting his guard down, He isn't just looking for looks. He is looking for a safe place for his heart. He is looking for a pattern. And how you act when things are a bit tense shows him who you really are when life is uncertain. If he moves back for a few days and you immediately chase him or send long texts, he sees it. Not because he is judging you like a boss, but because he is making a note. Can she handle not knowing what's next? Can she trust the way things are going, or will she flip out the moment things feel different? Let's be clear. Men aren't looking for robots who have no feelings. They are looking for women who know how to handle their feelings because they know they are worth it. So if he challenges you and you agree with him just because you're scared he will leave, you are letting yourself down. Quality men don't want someone who gives up easily. They want someone who can stay calm and hold her position, not because she is mean, but because she knows her truth. When he makes a mistake or lets you down and you start drama or act cold, you might think you are teaching him a lesson. But you are really showing him that your feelings run you instead of you running your feelings. It shows that you haven't yet built the steady heart that long love needs. But imagine if he pulls away and you see it, but you don't lose your mind. You don't ignore it, but you don't overdo it either. You give him space. You keep living your own life. You stay true to yourself. That kind of vibe is rare and men see it right away. Most women either run after him or fall apart, but you stay on the ground. That doesn't mean acting like you don't care. It means being clear. It means knowing your value doesn't get smaller just because he took a while to text back. And that calm, steady energy is what makes a man want to come back toward you. In a world where everyone overreacts, being able to stay in the middle is what makes you special. Not just as a girlfriend, but as a woman who knows what she brings to the table. Now, let's talk about what high-value women do in these moments. Their answers change everything. These ways of acting don't just help you pass a check. They can change the whole relationship. They don't require you to fake anything. In fact, the best moves are the easiest ones. For example, when a man goes quiet, you might want to reach out and fix it. That is normal. But women who know their worth don't beg for answers. They just exist. So instead of texting him out of fear, they stay present. A good answer could be just waiting and then saying, "I see you've been a bit quiet. If you need some time to yourself, I'm okay with that. Talk soon." It is calm and direct. It isn't mean or fake. It comes from liking yourself. And that feels different to him because when a woman can stay calm without doubting herself, it shows she doesn't need him to make her happy. She is already happy. That is rare and very attractive. Here is another one. If he jokes about something you care about, a weak move would be getting mad or changing your mind to please him. But a strong move is being fun but firm. You can say, "You can think that, but I still love what I do." Say it with a smile. See? You held your ground without starting a fight. That mix of being sweet and being strong is what men love. And then there are those times when plans change or things feel a little weird. Most women see that through fear. They ask, "What did I do wrong?" But women who love themselves see it differently. They think, "If this is for me, I won't have to chase it." That calm energy isn't about not caring. It is about trusting yourself. Men can feel that. They know when you are steady enough not to try too hard, and that energy draws him in. So ask yourself, how do you usually act in those moments? How would it feel to act from a place of power instead of fear? The second you do that, everything shifts. Now, I have to say something very important here because this is where a lot of women get hurt. What is the difference between a normal check and someone being mean or controlling? They can look the same at first, but you have to know the difference. Not every check is okay. Not every step back is innocent. Some are about power, Some come from a guy being scared or acting like a kid. If you can't tell the difference, you might get stuck in a bad spot. Here is the key. A healthy check comes from him wanting to know you, not control you. Most of the time, he doesn't even know he's doing it. He is trying to see if he can trust you. You will still feel like yourself around him, but control feels different. It is about power over you. The biggest sign is how you feel. If you feel like you are always on edge or walking on eggshells, that is bad. If you feel like you have to be perfect or he will leave, that is manipulation. A good man steps back to see you. A bad man steps back to hurt you. A healthy moment is just one time. A bad one is a loop that never ends. A strong woman sees this as data. She doesn't change who she is just to keep him. She stays true to herself even if he leaves, because she knows that losing someone who doesn't treat her well isn't a loss. It's a win for her future. That kind of self-respect is a big deal. It is rare, and it makes a man look up to you. Here is a truth most people won't tell you. Looks might get him to look at you, but respect is what makes him stay. You could be the most beautiful woman in the world, but if you don't respect yourself, he won't either. We show people how to treat us by how we treat ourselves. When you set a line and stick to it without over-talking. When you say no with a kind heart but a firm voice. When you stop putting up with someone who isn't sure about you because you'd rather be alone than disrespected, you send a loud message. That message is, I value myself. If you want to be in my life, you have to show up the right way. This doesn't mean being mean or cold. It means being awake. It means knowing your time is worth something. Self-respect is what lets you walk away from confusion even if you still like him. It is what gives you the power to stay quiet when that is the best thing to do. It keeps your power in your own hands. A man might never say it, but when he feels your pride, he either steps up or he leaves. Either way, you win. A woman who loves herself doesn't just pass a test, she changes the whole game. Now let's wrap this up. We talked about a lot today. The checks men use, acting from strength, the power of self-respect, and how to spot a bad guy. But here is the real talk you need to keep in your heart. You are the prize. No man gives you your worth. No guy makes you confident. It all starts with you, how you see yourself and what you allow. Everything else comes from that. Men might check you, and that's okay, but those checks don't say who you are. Your choice does. Staying calm and clear is your best tool. Don't lose yourself trying to get him to like you. The moment you look inside and hold to your own rules, everything changes. You become a magnet. You become the one because you are real. And remember, not every guy is worth your time. Some are just immature. Others really want something real. Your job is to listen to your gut and watch what he does, not just what he says. Time shows everyone's true colors. Trust that when you are the real you, the right man will come. The man who loves your boundaries and wants to build a life with you. So take these ideas and use them to be stronger. Practice being calm instead of reacting fast. Be firm but keep your heart open. Be a bit of a mystery by just being you. Most of all, lead with respect for yourself. Because how you treat yourself is the map for every other relationship you have. Thank you for being here. If this helped you, like the video and share it with a friend who needs it. Let me know what you think in the comments. And never forget, you are worth it. Own that, live that, and watch your life change. Before you go, think about this. Love should never feel like you're begging. The right person won't make you doubt yourself. They will see you and honor you without you having to prove a thing. Real love isn't built on games. It's built on being kind and honest. You don't have to do too much or give too much to be picked. The second you stand tall in who you are, you stop running after people and they start coming to you. How many times have you worried if you were enough? The truth is, the only people you need are the ones who already see how great you are. Stop holding on to people who drain you. Stop trying to prove you belong. Write your own story where you are the star and let people prove they deserve a part in it. That one change will fix everything. It isn't about being perfect, it's about being you. Remind yourself every day, I am worth it. I am worth the work. I am worth real love. When you live that way, you automatically keep out the wrong people. And the best part is, you don't have to force it. The right man will celebrate you. He will show up because he knows you are a gift. That is the love you deserve. And that is what you will get when you choose yourself first. Now, tell me, what part of this really hit you today? Let me know in the comments. And if this touched your heart, share it with a sister or a friend. Sometimes a few words can change everything for someone. One last thing, your worth is not a question. Never let anyone tell you it is. Stand tall, walk with your head up. Trust that when you honor yourself, the whole world moves to meet you. Keep growing, keep shining, and keep asking for the respect you already have coming to you. What if the most important thing a man looks for isn't how you look or how much you have in common, but how you handle yourself when he isn't around? Most of the time, we think attraction is about the big dates and the long talks, but real interest is built in the spaces between those moments. It's built when he stops being on his best behavior and starts seeing the real you. If you have ever felt like a man was leaning in one day and then acting like a stranger the next, you weren't crazy. You were seeing his own fear of getting close. When a man starts to feel a deep pull toward a woman, his first instinct isn't always to run toward her. Sometimes it's to pause and see if she is someone who will make his life better or more stressful. This is why he might wait a little longer to text you back, or see if you will change your plans just to fit his schedule. He isn't trying to be a villain. He is trying to protect his peace. If you react with anger or panic, you show him that your happiness depends entirely on him, and that can feel like a heavy weight to a man. But if you stay in your own lane and keep your own joy, you show him that you are a partner, not a project. The biggest secret to passing these silent tests is realizing that you don't actually have to do anything at all. In fact, the less you do to fix his behavior, the more valuable you become in his eyes. When a man pulls back and you don't chase him, you are telling him that your life is already full and exciting without him. That makes him want to be a part of it even more. Think about it this way. A man wants to be the one to win you over, not the one you're trying to catch. If you spend your time wondering what he thinks of you, you aren't focused on what you think of him. High-value women don't ask themselves, does he like me? They ask themselves, is he good enough to be in my world? That shift in your mind changes the way you walk, the way you talk, and the way you text. It moves you from a place of needing to be picked to a place of being the one who chooses. Tonight, I want you to look at your current situation with fresh eyes. If he is being distant, let him be distant. If he is being quiet, let the silence sit there. You don't need to fill the gap with your own worry. The right man doesn't need to be chased into loving you. He just needs to see that you are steady enough to love yourself first. When you stop reacting to his every move, you become a mystery that he wants to solve. You become the woman who is grounded in her own worth, and that is the only kind of woman a high-quality man will ever truly commit to. So, instead of trying to pass his tests, start setting your own standards. Watch how he treats your time, watch how he speaks to you when things are hard, and watch if he actually follows through on his promises. Because at the end of the day, you aren't the only one being measured. He is on trial too. Own your power, stay calm in your truth, and watch how the wrong men walk away while the right one steps up to meet you where you are. A lot of women ask, how long do these tests last? The truth is, they never really stop. They just change. In the beginning, he is testing to see if you are stable. Later on, he is testing to see if you are loyal. And eventually, he is testing to see if you can grow with him. This is because a man's biggest fear is being stuck with someone who changes for the worse once the honeymoon phase ends. He wants to know that the woman he sees on day 1 is the same woman he will see in year 10. He is looking for a partner who is a teammate, not a critic. When a man feels like he can't do anything right, or when he feels like you are constantly trying to change him, he will start to fail his own tests for you. He will stop trying. That is why your ability to give him respect, even when you disagree with him, is the ultimate pass. It shows him that you are a safe place for his ego and his heart. There is a final test that almost every man uses before he decides to commit fully. It is the test of your independence. He will deliberately give you more space or talk about his own solo hobbies and plans. He's watching to see if you have a life of your own. If you become resentful or try to guilt-trip him for spending time away from you, he sees a future of being suffocated. But if you encourage him to go out, and you use that time to see your own friends or work on your own goals, his attraction for you will explode. He realizes that you don't need him to survive, you just want him in your life. That makes his presence a choice, not a chore. It makes him feel like he has found a rare gem, a woman who is whole on her own. Once you master this way of thinking, dating stops being a source of stress and starts being a source of power. You stop looking for signs that he is leaving and start looking for signs that he is worth staying for. You realize that your value is like a fixed star. It doesn't move just because someone else can't see it. When you show up with that kind of certainty, you don't have to worry about passing a man's tests. You realize that you are the one holding the grade book. You are the one deciding who gets your time, your energy, and your love. And when a man sees that you are willing to walk away from anything that doesn't meet your standards, he will work harder than ever to make sure he stays on your good side. That is the secret to a lasting, respectful, and deep connection.